And good afternoon, everyone. My name is David. I am a student pilot, and today I am in Fort Lauderdale in a Bonanza, and I am going to do my first flight utilizing instruments. Right now I'm in Vatstar on my P4. I'm trying to finish up my Part 1. So, as I said, it's my first time, so I'm trying to learn, and also utilizing the group, all the mentors and instructors out of Vatstar. So today I'm going to do my first flight by myself and see how I do, and then just learn and keep on doing everything. So here we go. And Fort Lauderdale Tower, good afternoon. Bonanza, November 7 Delta Romeo. Would like to pick up my IFR to Palm Beach.
November 7 Delta Romeo, cleared to Palm Beach via the Thunder for departure. Then has 5, maintain 3000, squawk, departure frequency is offline, squawk 6601.
And November 7 Delta Romeo, departure Thunder 4, and then direct 3000, and we know where they're offline, and it's 6601 for the squawk for 7 Delta Romeo.
7 Delta Romeo, reback is correct, runway 10 left for departure, and advice ready to taxi.
7 Delta Romeo is ready to taxi.
7 Delta Romeo, taxi, runway 10 left, taxi via Alpha.
Via Alpha for 7 Delta Romeo for 10 left. Okay, so here we are. We're going to get everything set up here. 3000 on the Thunder 4 departure. And make sure none of these buttons are okay. So we have our beacon lights on. Let me just make sure I have everything turned that I'm supposed to. And departure, we have no departure. 3000. Let me just set this up. I'm forgetting something. I know I am. What am I forgetting? I load departure. All right, everything's in there. All right, let's just let's fly. I hope everyone's having a good day, as much as they can. I know the sim world's been overwhelmed in Vatsim with all the flying and everyone staying at home. I'm actually kind of nervous here. First time doing an instrument IFR. I usually, I don't know. I guess get all the bugs out and just go ahead and do it. Sure. Our Arduino is working. All our instruments are good. They're working back and forth. And regarding to our instrument checks, and they do check. Two 9er 8 9er. we're going to take the whole runway, I believe. Yeah, 'cause this is going to be Bravo. We're going to go all the way down. I could have did an intersection departure. And for the purpose of this flight, magnetos and ×2 have been taken care of. Make sure my brakes work here. And Fort Lauderdale Tower, Bonanza 7 Delta Romeo is holding short of runway 10 left.
RNAV Jume, runway 10 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 10 left for 7 Delta Romeo. Oh, this one's totally different. You heard that I cut him out on X-Pilot. I would have heard him talking at the same time.
Approaching 10 left.
Alright, I have my flaps. And then we're going to maintain 3,000. That sock looks like it's going... Oh, no, crosswind. Alright, let's correct for crosswind a little bit. And power is set. Everything's still in the green. Airspeed's alive. And there we are. Positive. Rotate. Well, there's the crosswind there. Yes. Positive rate. We're going to wait and to ensure we have, just in case. Alright, gears up. I hate when it does that. Let's see.
Aircraft calling into Lauderdale Tower, call sign again, please. November 7 Delta Romeo, preliminary space, frequency change is approved. I will fly, sir. Bye-bye.
Frequency change approved for 7 Delta Romeo. Have a good afternoon, sir. See ya. Alright, according to the charts here, we are going to Jumar, then make sure I activated that. Yeah, it is activated. It's going straight to... Well, since no one's here, and I am not talking to tower anymore. As you can see, we will be going around in a circle. Almost in a circle. So let's go direct sector. And we're reaching our 3,000 here.
Traffic Delta 77 is 25 miles east of the airport. Established on 326 left at Miami.
So we are going to be flying and just pull back just about around here. The noise down.
Delta 77, say again your location, it was kind of scratchy.
Right, so we are going direct to here. We're going to follow it.
77.
Then we're going into Palm Beach. We are going to go through the Thunder transition, but we're going to go direct to not go over Okeechobee and past Pahokee, the Pahokee VOR. So, or even when we get to Gilby, we can go Gilby direct to. I mean, that's something I would ask if we had. If we had ATC, but since we don't, and I'm by myself, that's what I'm doing. Okay. We're doing pretty good. 3,000 feet. We're still in the green. Manifold pressure set.
Traffic Delta 77, 15 miles. Established on the high elevation runway, 26 left.
All right, so here we are. We are at 3,000 feet, and we are getting a lot of wind. So let's just turn this. I need to make sure I'm following. All right. Now we're going direct Gilby, 29 miles. And in fact, I'm supposed to switch this over. Oh, they gave me 6001. That's what I'm going to keep it as. Fly the airplane.
Delta 77 established now, 10 miles, flying. Minus 26 left.
Our ground speed is 166 knots. We're 27.6 miles away from our next
Got some time to go,
intersection. Will be Gilby, then Thunder. We're still looking good.
American 5057 is off 26 left turning northbound.
And we're going to do the RNAV approach into 10 left at Palm Beach. You see, we have an 18, no, 19 quarter and tailwind.
Delta 77, 5 mile final ILS 26 left.
So we're pushing through this pretty good here. This is True Earth. Getting all the messages. Some people are not utilizing the comms. They're still text messaging. So let's go back over here. Let's brief our approach. We're supposed to be go back onto my plate here. KPBI, we have plenty of time, but I want to be ahead of the game here. And we're doing the RNAV GPS 10 left, so when we get to Gulo, we have to be at 3,000, which we already are. And I think it will change it here automatically, but just in case it doesn't, 15.7. Just keep it in the box there just to make sure, so I'm not looking for it. And then we will be 3,000 at Gulo, then Wilba Zizur, I believe. I'll probably just scratch that name out. And then into 10 left. So at Wilba we have to be at 3. Z sure should be at 2, and then we're 1.3 nautical miles away from the airport. 10 left, so we'll start our descent. We should intercept in localizer here. The RNAV. If I said that correctly or not, I know someone will probably correct me, but like I said, it's my first. So let's be briefed. I briefed that 121.9 for the ground, and no one is available now for the tower. But let me see, just out of curiosity.
5, 2.21, altimeter 2989er, ILS runway 28 right in use, landing and departing runway 28 right, 28 left, 32, simultaneous approaches to Parl IMTG.
So that is the total opposite that I was given.
Read Franco runway hold short instructions. North is to
Or I assume
Other
something.
information available from ATC. Bird activity vicinity
So this
of
is what
airport.
happens when everything changes. So what do?
You have information
My first flight.
Bravo.
So it is not 28 right. It's not 10 left. So I have to go back, flight plan. And I have to abbreviate my flight. So we're not going into here. So let me see if I can do this correctly, okay? Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Alright, so I go back over here, load procedure, approach. I want to do, well, let me do the ILS then. Load procedure. Okay. But I have to go back. Sorry. Arrival. Where's the Wallace coming from? Oh, I don't know where that one's coming from. Hold on. Approach. So I have to redo it because it's not going to be... See where this one comes from. That's why we were breaching the approach. Wallace's Treasure Coast. Alright, what do I do? The information for the stars is all coming from up north. Even the one. I don't like that. I don't like it. Okay. I probably am doing something wrong, but we are going direct to Cupid first. We're turning back around. Because the runway has changed and we're no longer landing at 10 left, as we just left Fort Lauderdale, and ATIS is advising they're using 28. So we're going to go direct to Cupid. We're going to go direct to Cupid and enter into the 28 right ILS. And hopefully I am doing this correctly. That's why I'm flying the Bonanza, so it gives me enough time to correct. But you know what I failed on, guys? You know what I failed? I failed because pre-flight, what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to get your weather at your location where you're departing from, and your weather and information prior to your before you're leaving. Get your weather information at the arrival. So I didn't do that. You know what? The more I think about it, this is my whole mistake. I did not. I assumed since I left Fort Lauderdale in 10 left that I was going to get and expect Palm Beach on their airport the same. So this is what happens. So if I would have gathered all the information prior to departing, I would have known at least that they were landing and departing from runway 28 right. And everything changes. Like right now, what happened if the winds have changed? But just bearing in mind here, I should have been looking at this prior to that. So all right, so I am 39 miles now. I got a shot direct out of Fort Lauderdale. I was already on the beach line. Altimeter is still set to 9er. We have been briefed on our approach now because we're going to go direct Cupid, and from Cupid let me pull this back up. At Cupid, we're 10.8 miles away from Palm Beach. 115.7 still on there. Decision is 200. Alright, I missed approach, climb to 500, then right turn to 2000, outbound the VOR of 343, directly to Morga, intercept, and then you hold 17.8 from Palm Beach and hold. So we're going to make this landing count. So we have been briefed. Seatbelts on, seatbelts are on. All right. I wonder if this little thing opens. Temperature outside is, like always, hot in Florida. I left the landing lights on. I left everything on when we're flying. I'm so used to doing that for VFR, always keeping myself visible at 3,000, but they gave me 3,000. I'm staying at 3,000, and ensuring everything is that is set a little bit off. I forgot the 2989 times 2. Alright, so we're going to do an ILS, so I know when I get closer I am going to change it over, and I hope I do this right. going up 30 miles. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can fix this. Alright, let me see if I can remember what Matteo told me to do. It says here, and then 1500, but the plates say 2000. This should be 2000, according. Oh, you know what? I do not have VNav. I only have RNav. I'm gonna have to descend myself, but I think it's gonna give me a top of descent here pretty soon to get to that. I thought it would give me a top of descent to get to 2000 right here. I have to ask Matteo regarding to this, if I did this correctly. Matteo, did I do this correctly? Recording 1500. Was I supposed to put menu? Preview. See what I did, guys? I started over here. I could have went directly over here. If I was doing this right, I could have went direct. But I didn't. So, my mistake. Alright, so 155. There's the bottom of descent. There's 2.8. Then I'm gonna capture Cupid. I'm probably real far out, but I'm just trying, since there's no ATC. And it looks like there's someone at Palm Beach. Yeah, 172. Look at that. Right here. Or is that, wait a second, is that Lantana? Am I coming up to Lantana here? It might be Lantana Airport. Let me make sure. Whoa, the wind is blowing. I believe that's Lantana Airport. Just a little hazy. Actually, if I come to here and just, yep, that's Boca. Yeah, that has to be Lantana Airport. That's Lantana, that's right underneath this chart. Okay. I did a little bit more than 15 minutes there. I did a half hour, so I wish it did have the automatic fuel. Make life much easier. So we are coming into Class Charlie airspace here, 3,000. So as you saw, that came up. Top is 4,000 feet, but I stayed at 3,000. Boca Raton, Lantana Airport, and I'm still IFR, so I'm not breaking anything, any rules. And there's Palm Beach International Airport. On a bad day, and hazy. All right, we already did our briefing. Seatbelts are up. Get it? Seatbelts are up. Seatbelts and our everything that we have are completed and briefed. There's I-95. And we should be coming up to so far to well, guys, I'm really hoping I did this correctly. I briefed, I've been reading the charts, I've been trying to do some practice IFR with the tower. Sometimes we get the tower and then it comes off. It's I mean, it's all volunteer work, so, but I'm trying to brief myself in regarding to this P4 Part 1 Vatstar check ride that's coming up pretty soon. I love utilizing GA planes. I did get the TBM 900. That has a G1000. I really like the GTN 750, really, to tell you the truth. It's easier for me. I still use my 6-pack that I'm used to. It's just, I guess, something that I'm familiar with. So let's just do a slow just a little bit, pull back, and let's go around almost 18, 19. And Palm Beach traffic bonanza. 7 Delta Romeo is 7 miles to the south, inbound for 28 ILS Palm Beach traffic. So reported we're going down to where we're supposed to be at 2,000 slow, so everyone doesn't get. And there is the shoreline. Can we do something different? Yeah. We don't have no tower. Do we have to go all the way out? Activate leg. Direct. Let's see what it does to us. And then Wait a second. Oh, it turned everything off. Wait. Activate light. And I had my altitude. Why did it? Oh, it went to V-lock. Wait a second. See that, guys? Let's try it again and see if it does it. Direct. Why is it not giving me direct? Oh. God, why didn't I think about that? Then while I'm out here, then I'm out there to approach.
Vertical track.
Top of a descent. I'm sure. Yep. And activate my vectors to final. See if it catches on the do a night landing. Palm Beach traffic, Bonanza 7 Delta Romeo ILS 28 right, Palm Beach traffic 7 miles out. So we are descending. And I know I have the vertical here. I have the approach. It's supposed to be a 1500. And I'm almost at 1500 as advised at this point right here. So I am 1500. There's the capture. Glide slope, approach, or speed. Let's set up for this approach. Just a little bit more slower so I can get her down. And 1 notch of flaps. Palm Beach approach. Correction, Palm Beach, November 7 Delta Romeo on a 2.7 mile ILS final for 28 right, Palm Beach. Alright, we're crabbing, as you can see. Our gear is down. Green. And then we have mixture prop,
Approaching
landing gear,
28 right.
and we're going to fly it all the way down. We're still descending. Everything's still in the green. Airspeed's good. see something I did wrong, but I'll correct that later. Bring her down all the way down to 300. Looking good. All right, minimums. And continue flying her. A little crosswind action there. Correct for crosswind. Wheel down. Beautiful landing. Hold it, hold it, hold it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Palm Beach International. I'm very proud of myself. Just stay on this frequency. And we'll just pass here this well, thanks along for coming along and flying with me on my first instrument approach. RNAV out. Instrument to Palm Beach International. I know I did a couple of things I need improvement on. And we're going to cross this small little runway here. It's 28 left and 10 right here, right into and Palm Beach traffic. Bonanza 7 Delta Romeo is clear off 10 left. It's going to be clearing 28 left. Palm Beach traffic.
Miami traffic, Miami traffic. Rouge 1640, flight of 3, descending on the Haley 7 arrival from Miami.
Same here.
Me too.
All right.
TCAS time.
So here we are. Clean up. And this right here is the old tower. It's the old tower that used to be around. The new one's located across on the other side now. I can show you over there. But again, thank you along for coming along on my first instrument, and I'll see you guys back in a bit.